Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video I'm going to talk about the Samsung Galaxy S5 and specifically regarding Indian launch. We know that it's launching on 11th April. We now have the pricing info. It's going to be priced around 51,000 in India. That's almost US $850. And the Samsung Galaxy S5 is again divided into two variants. One is the the version that is being sold in US, Europe and other countries. That will be the Snapdragon 801. But in many of the Asian countries, including India, we are going to get the Exynos Octa core version. So let me talk about first about my initial thoughts about it. Yes, I do feel that the pricing of 51,000 is pretty high considering the fact that we are getting that Exynos version which does not have any LTE support. Yes, in India LTE is not that widespread. It's there in Bangalore already, but in the next 4-5 months LTE rollout is going to come out in India, and it's sad to see that a flagship product like Galaxy S5 that we are getting in India won't support LTE. On the other hand, many of the other vendors that are going to come out with new phones like the HTC One M8, HTC has said that their phones will have LTE. So that's a little bit of a con. But let me talk about some of the positive aspects of the Galaxy S5. I won't go into the specs. I'll just list the specs over here or over here. Yes, we are getting that new 16 megapixel camera, and I hope that should be good, because even the Galaxy S4's camera was pretty good. The only thing with the S4's camera was that in low lighting and in artificial lighting it was not that great. In fact, even the Nexus 5 what I have does perform actually better in low lighting compared to the S5. So hopefully that will be fixed with the new 16 megapixel camera that we are going to find on the S5. Next is that we are getting that fingerprint scanner and also that heart rate monitor. I'm not that excited about heart rate monitor, but I won't complain. We are getting a feature. And also one more thing with the Galaxy S5 is the ultra power saving mode. That can be beneficial to some of the heavy users. By the end of the day, if you put it on that, hopefully we'll get a lot more battery. Now, let me talk about the complaints that I have with the Galaxy S5, specifically the Indian version that we are getting. That is the Exynos version. First is that as we know, it's a Exynos version, so we won't have the Adreno GPU, which is actually very popular. And actually most of the leading games are optimized for the Adreno GPU, that is the 330. That'll be found on the Snapdragon 801. In India, we're going to get the Octa core version that will support the Mali GPU, and we are getting the 6 series of Mali GPU on this S5. Specifically, we'll get the 628 Mali GPU, and the thing is that we also found this GPU on the Note 3, and actually I have this Note 3 Neo also with me. This has the Mali 624 GPU. And the thing is that, don't get me wrong, the GPU is not bad, but the thing is that not many of the developers are actually supporting this GPU. Hence, some of the games do not run that well or crash on the Mali 624 GPU, and that might be the case even with the S5. The thing is that the Adreno GPUs are actually a lot more popular. I would say it's simple mathematics. If developers, are going to concentrate on 80% of the market, yes, they might start supporting this Mali 628 GPU also on the S5. But if you are a hardcore gamer, you might need to wait. For example, when I got the Note 3, actually Asphalt 8 could not run properly on that for at least 45 days. Only after that time that the developers patched it. And still, I just did a review of this, gaming review for this Note 3 Neo. And if you see, Nova 3 still crashes because it's not optimized for the Mali 6X series of GPU. So that might be the case even for the Galaxy S5 because it's using the Mali 628 GPU. So for gamers, I would say the Snapdragon version is a much better bet. Also, if you are a person who is too much into ROMs or stuff, then even the developer community will concentrate a lot on the Snapdragon version, and this Exynos version will be left out. So again, one more thing is coming to this LTE, and I'm really disappointed because this Galaxy S5 is the flagship product and Samsung is charging almost a lakh. That is 51,000, half a lakh. That's almost 51,000 for the Galaxy S5. And it's sad to see that we won't be getting any 4G LTE support, and 4G LTE is coming to India this year. So it's sad to see that when you are spending a lot of money for a flagship product and it does not get 4G LTE, and some of the other competing products might get it. For example, HTC One M8 that runs on the Snapdragon 801 processor. HTC has told that the One M8 that is going to come in India will support LTE. So I'm saddened to see that we are not getting the LTE support even after spending this much on the Galaxy S5. And again, I also feel that the pricing of 51,000 or so is pretty high. So what do you think about this Samsung Galaxy S5? Considering that we are getting that Exynos version, I'm not that happy. We should have got the Qualcomm based Snapdragon 80 version, as this phone is not subsidized in India and we are spending quite a bit, almost US $850. So I'm not that happy with the Galaxy S5, considering that we are getting the Exynos version. Do let me know what do you think about the Galaxy S5, and are you going to buy it as soon as it's available? That's on April 11th 2014. So that's it for now. This is Ranjit and I hope to see you in my next video.